Oh, what a fight, man. Jesus Christ, man. Them fellas, Tony Harrison, why you do that? Tony Harrison, man. Wow. Man, they were about to rob this man, Tony Harrison. Wow, what a fight, man. PBC on Fox, big up to them, man. They put on a damn show tonight, man. Beautiful fights tonight. Let me hear what Charlo got to say right quick. Let me hear the post-fight review, interview. Let me hear this post-fight interview before I give y'all my thoughts one time. You know what I mean? Charlo's a character. Tony Harrison. V-March Boxing, hit that thumbs up while you come in this room. Please. If you don't want to hit the thumbs up, get up out the room. You ain't welcome here. If you want to hit the thumbs up, please do. It's cost you nothing. It's free. Like this PBC card tonight on Fox. Anthony Purvis, I agree with you 100%. I'm going to get to reading your comments in a sec. Let me hear this guy one time. Nah, dogs, you gotta get that man a rematch. You gotta get that man a rematch. Be March Boxing, hit that thumbs up. Salute to everybody who did. Y'all some consoles. Whoever up in this piece eavesdropping, man, something wrong with you. Y'all fellas got no backbone. Don't come in this piece eavesdropping. I've been getting a lot of thumbs down lately from people who I know exactly who it is. I know it ain't for my man Anthony Purvis, so I like to read or unbiased rankings. Y'all some good dudes. Tony Harrison, let me hear this guy one time. I'm sorry, man. I'm gonna give y'all my thoughts in a sec. Let me hear Super Bad. You kind of blew it, man. He is a lot. He has a loss of words. Tony Harrison cursed. He swore right on Fox 5. He said a F bomb or something. All right, man. Let's get into this post-fight review, man. WBC title on the line, 154 pounds. The first round. Hold on. Yeah, he's highly disappointed, you know. You can understand why the man's disappointed. All right, B Marsh boxing, man. Round one, that man Charlo came in swinging with a mean left hook. Hits nothing but air. That was his first punch. So from the get go, he was already trying to go for the gusto. You know what I mean? Tony Harrison was cool, calm, and collective. You know what I'm saying? He was boxing behind his jab, lands a beautiful double jab and a straight right cross before the round ends. You know what I mean? Round two, Charlo swinging wide left hooks, looping left hooks all round. You know what I'm saying? Tony's landing beautiful 1-2s, and he's catching the man. You know what I mean? Tony Harrison is backing up after he got caught in between an exchange in round two. You know what I'm saying? And he got dropped. He got caught with a left hook. Nothing that really stunned him or hurt him. You know what I mean? The man just lost his balance a little bit, man. But that's a 10-8 round for Charlo. You know what I mean? Round three was a close round, I must say. Close round. Charlo's throwing left hooks to the body and looping left hooks. Tony Harrison stands right in the center of the ring, landing straight right crosses, right shot, right hands, you know what I mean, and splitting the guard with the 1-2s. And he's landing uppercuts, you know what I'm saying? Round four was a close back and forth round. It was now an inside fight. Probably one of the few rounds that was just basically like a phone booth round, you know what I mean? Where they were both on the inside, you know what I'm saying? Left hooks to the body and uppercuts by Tony Harrison. Mean left hook the crowd that had the crowd going ooh and ah from the man Charlo, you know what I mean? But that was the only significant punch to me that he landed. So I gave round four to Tony Harrison. Round five, again, Tony Harrison, cool, calm, and collective. Flat footed, you know what I mean? He's stalking Charlo with the high guard, you know what I mean? He's blocking a million shots. This guy was blocking. Hey, one thing for sure, two things for certain. If you're watching PBC on Fox, please disregard that little CompuBox little time clicker thing or punches counted clicker. That thing is never accurate, you know what I mean? How could Charlo be landing the same amount of punches as Harrison when them fellas is almost missing everything? Everything was being caught on the high guard, you know what I mean? Now I know exactly why Tony Harrison was in Tampa, Florida. I don't know this for a fact, but that man employed a kind of winky right high guard type of defense. Very hard to penetrate, you know what I mean? You know Winky Wright is from Tampa, Clearwater, Florida area, you know? So that's probably why he held his training camp over there, you know what I mean? Um, where we at? Round, where we at? In round five? Yeah, and also Tony Harrison was showboating, man. The man stuck his tongue out at the man Charlo in round five. Then he started shaking his hips like Muhammad Ali, you know what I mean? Got the crowd going because he was easily washing this guy, you know what I mean? Round six, Charlo's shots are still getting caught on Tony Harrison's high guard. Double uppercut by Tony Harrison, you know what I mean? Charlo lands his own left uppercut, but only one. You know what I'm saying? He tried to throw an overhand right, but Tony Harrison blocked it, and Tony Harrison is investing into the body bank. Mean body shots, you know what I mean? You check it, round seven, Harrison is again, he's using that winky right type high guard defense, blocking a lot of shots, using his jab, body shots, straight right hands, right crosses, and Charlo lands. Um, you know what I'm saying? He lands a few shots here and there, but mostly missing. You know what I mean? But does land a beautiful three punch combination. You check it. That was like one of the few times he did land a combination. Round eight, Tony Harrison showboating again. You know what I mean? He looked like he got his swag right. Using the jab. Charlo uses a double jab but doesn't follow up with the overhand right. You know what I mean? He landed a clean double jab but didn't follow up with the right hand. You know what I mean? Or a straight right hand behind it. Tony Harrison's landing crisp, precise 1-2s. And that was the order of the day tonight. Tony Harrison wasn't swinging and throwing a million one punches, getting blocked on the gloves, but he was a more precise puncher. This guy Charlo still has difficulty with his punch placement. You know what I'm saying? Round nine, Charlo still missing a lot of shots, very telegraphing type of shots. You know what I mean? Harrison is walking his opponent down, and he got Charlo on the ropes, and he's landing power shots with the right hand, and he's throwing left hooks to the liver. You know what I'm saying? Round 10, Charlo comes out the gate. You know what I'm saying? He comes out the gate with bad intentions, throwing a 1-2, and he catches him. He's definitely more active in round 10. You know what I mean? And Tony Harrison is more defensive, even though the man Charlo He's missing a lot of shots. I gave him that round. The first round I gave him in many rounds. You know what I'm saying? It was almost basically like a sympathy round because Tony Harrison was winning a lot of rounds. You know what I mean? But round 11, this guy Tony Harrison gets to showboating again, and within 10 seconds he gets caught right on the chin with a straight right hand and a left hook. Boom. He goes down. He gets up. The man is on bad legs, spaghetti legs, and Charlo jumps up on him again and he lands some more left hooks and he drops him again. That's already now a 10-7 round. He gets up. It's not really throwing punches, then he's not clinching. There was some rounds early in the first couple rounds where Tony Harrison did nullify the man Charlo's power by clinching. You know what I'm saying? But in that round 11, after he got dropped twice, man, all that stuff went out the window. The man ain't even throwing punches back. He should know he's still the B-side fighter tonight. You know what I'm saying? Still the B-side fighter. And if you're not throwing punches, when this guy's throwing a barrage of punches, you and I know if you've been watching boxing as long as I have, the referee is going to stop the fight. And that's exactly what happened. And the man, Tony Harrison, he gave the referee a look like, come on, no, you can't do that, man. You can't do that, dogs. You upset me tonight. This man, Tony Harrison, was winning on my scorecard, man. Let me tally up my scorecard. Let y'all know how I had it. I had it 96-93 after 10 rounds. You know what I mean? I'm not counting round 11. I'm not scoring it because obviously that's when the fight ended. You know what I'm saying? But I only gave the man Charlo rounds 2, 4, and 10. Only 3 rounds through 10 rounds. You know what I mean? There was a 10-8 round 2. But this guy, Tony Harrison, all he had to do was just stay on his feet, dogs. Just stay on his feet, man. You know what I'm saying? And at worst, and look, the judges was about to rob him. They had 2 judges had Charlo up on the scorecards. Could you believe that? Could you believe that? I can't. I don't know what fight they were watching, but Tony Harrison was winning this fight, you know what I mean? But ultimately, at the end of the day, Jermell Charlos let his 2 fists, his left and right, be the judge. You know what I mean? The judge, jury, and the executioner, and he regains back his world title, and he's now a 2-time champion. You know what I'm saying? This guy's a 2-time champion with the IBF. This fight, I'm not going to say was like a reminiscent fight of another classic rivalry between Simon Brown and Terry Norris back in the early 90s, or was it mid 90s, when Simon Brown coming up in weight knocks out and drops the man Terry Norris about 4 times. The fight gets stopped in the 4th round. Then they do a rematch, and Simon Brown gets outboxed thoroughly by the man Terry Norris. You know what I mean? And this wasn't the same type of fight because the first fight, I thought Charlo won the first fight, even though I was rooting for Harrison. The second fight, this guy was about to wash the guy. You know what I mean? But he gets dropped. So very disappointing. Very disappointing. Why this man was showboating, man? You gotta finish the fight, dogs. And when the man's throwing a barrage of punches, clinch, hold on to the guy. Shit, do a Bermain Stavern tackle. Bermain Stavern in that first fight versus Deontay Wilder, that fight he could have got knocked out, I believe, at the end of round 4. But him being Bermain Stavern, being a former football player, used his survival instincts and tackled Deontay Wilder to the ground right before the round ended, and he survived, and he lost on a points decision. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, this guy, Tony Harrison, should have done the same, man. Hit that thumbs up, B Marsh Boxing. If you're new to the channel, please share and subscribe. Hit that thumbs up. Don't come in this piece eavesdropping. What a fight, man. What a fight. Unfortunately, Tony Harrison loses. I know I want some money. I want some money because I bet Charlo on a knockout. You know what I'm saying? I bet Charlo on a knockout. I put money on a draw, and I put money on, and I hedged it with Tony Harrison winning a point decision. You know what I'm saying? So, what a fight, man. But Tony Harrison blew it, man. I can't remember the last time I've seen a guy comfortably ahead, at least on my card, on the scorecard. You know what I'm saying? And then fuck around and blow this joint. You know what I'm saying? This is disgusting, man. Tony Harrison, man, you let Detroit down, man. I know Detroit's weeping. They weeping right now, Tony Harrison. You was about to do it, big man. You was about to do it. Word to my mother, man. I was watching this fight saying, yo, I know Emmanuel Stewart's smiling up there in heaven. He's smiling at how this guy is really giving this guy, Jermell Charlo, if you know him, has a history of struggling versus boxers, i.e., go watch the fight versus him and John Jackson, and also watch the fight that I thought he lost to Varnes Matarosen. You know what I mean? You check it. So this is crazy, man. Whole lot of what you call it, chat comments to read. Let me read him one time. I like to read. I like to think. What's up with you, man? He says, great fight, but wow. I had a 97-93 until the penultimate, penu, penultimate, penultimate round. I had the same score, man. Or maybe I had it 96. Excuse me, I had it 96-93. You know what I mean? But we pretty close. Okay, where we at? Unbiased heavyweight rankings and news says bad stoppage. Nothing in the last Fury landed, and Harrison was coherent. But you and I know this. He's the B side, man. He's the underdog, man. You know, and you can't do that in boxing. I don't care if you're the superstar, dogs. You can't not throw punches when the guy's throwing a barrage of punches after you've been dropped twice. I can't say it's a bad stoppage. I really can't, man. I can't say that. You know, Tony Harrison did it to himself. Unbiased heavyweight rankings and news says they had Charlo up on the cards. That's stupid. Absolutely stupid. They was about to rob the man Tony Harrison. At worst, if Tony Harrison completed the fight, it would have been a draw, and I would have won some money with that too. You know what I mean? CMD Boxing Report says Harrison was spanking Charlo, so there's no way Charlo was ahead. Absolutely, I agree with you 100%, CMD. I like to reset, got to be a third fight. Absolutely, I got to see a trilogy. I got to see a third fight. You know what I mean? Look, J. Rock Williams is going to have to fight this Rosales guy he's fighting next, and then Jared Hurd wants that rematch. We'll see if J. Rock is a good dude that I do think he is. I think he's a good man. You know what I mean? And I think he will give Jared Hurd the rematch, even though Jared Hurd got up out the rematch clause. You know what I mean? I think he'll grant him a rematch. And I'm going to make a video about that sooner than later, probably tomorrow. You know what I mean? M. Creech said, all that dancing and got knocked out. I agree with you, man. That was bad. Todd French 600 said it was a great fight. Absolutely, man. Great fight. We've had great fights from yesterday till today, till this day. Todd French 600 said, I'd love to see a third fight as well, man. It's absolutely warranted, you know what I mean? This guy was washing Charlo. You know, Charlo got no punch placement, man. And Tony Harrison's defense was airtight up until he got caught with a right hand that tapped him on the chin and then the left hook. And that's a wrap, you know what I mean? Main Boxer Biker says, respect to Jermell Charlo. Respect to him, no question. Main Boxing Biker says, he did what he had to. Charlo was struggling to penetrate the defense of Harrison. Yeah, that winky right type defense was percolating tonight. Todd French 600 says, Harrison showed me something. Man, Harrison showed me what I know he can do. But then again, he capitulated just like versus Jared Hurd, where he was winning. He was up 7 rounds to zip on my card. Jared Hurd won round 8. Then Jared Hurd stopped him in round 9. And again, mental capitulation, just like when he lost to Tony Harrison. Not Tony Harrison, sorry, Willie Nelson. Main Boxing Biker says, Jermell Charlo needed a KO to win in my book. Yeah, absolutely, man. Definitely needed a KO. Set shot, what's up with you, man? Representing with the Tony Harrison profile with the Detroit. What's up, man? He says, Tony got carried away with showboating. Kind of ran out of ideas late. I don't know why he ran out of ideas. What he was doing was working perfect to a T, you know what I mean? Space City TV says, nah, Tony was tired. He probably was. You know, he got them stamina issues, you know what I'm saying? Setcha said, real fun fight. Absolutely, man. We got to give PBC a round of applause tonight for this great card they gave us for free, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm all about, man. See, you know, casual fans from all over the United States, from east, west, north, and south, getting an opportunity to catch great entertaining fights on PBC on Fox, you know what I mean? There's no other entity in boxing that gives you free TV on free boxing on terrestrial TV. So gotta give it up, you know what I'm saying? Absolutely real fun fight. And imagine Guillermo Rigondeaux was supposed to be on this card. Unfortunately, his opponent couldn't had visa issues, you know what I'm saying? Unbiased heavyweight rankings and news says, so it would have been a draw on your card. Has he survived around 20 round? What do you mean? So it would have been a draw on your card. Has he survived round 21? What do you round 11? It would have been a 10-7 round. You know, I'm not even going to think that far ahead. Unbiased ranking news because the fight didn't even go to the 12th round. You know what I'm saying? You check it, he got dropped. Even if he survived that round, it's a 10-7 round, making it much closer for the man Charlo to come and steal this fight. You know what I mean? I'm not even going to even think that far ahead because Tony Harrison did what we saw what he did today. And them fellas, man, he blew it. He blew it in that round 11. You know what I'm saying? Unbiased ranking said would have been a 10-7 round. I like to read said I scored it like you did. True indeed. Yeah, on rival heavyweight rankings and news says, yep, I had Harrison up 3 points as well after 10. Setshot says, reminds you of Hearns versus Leonard 1. True indeed. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, man. Space City TV says, don't matter what the judges had the scorecards to, he lost. God knocked the F out. I like to read says, terrible judging. I think Villagas had it close. Yeah, he gave Tony Harris, I'm sorry, Charlo a couple rounds on this scorecard that I don't think warranted it. And even Lennox Lewis, Brian Kenny, and Joe Goosen were like, nah, I don't know about that. Hashman Boxing said Harrison was doing great, man. As usual in every single fight that he's lost. He's up on the cards, winning. Then mentally capitulates, man. Unbiased heavyweight ranking news says either clinch or low blows. That man, Sutton, what the F? Run, son. I agree, man. The guy just, I guess all that was thrown out the window. He wasn't thinking about that, man. I like to read says one of the best fights of boxing this year. Yes, indeed. You know, the 154 guys from the Julian J. Rock Williams to Jared Hurd fight I was live at in Virginia to this fight, the PBC guys at 154, they've definitely given us great shows. I can't lie about that. I like to reset, and it was free. Absolutely, man. I'm all about free boxing, man. I like my free boxing on Fox 5, you know, because they give us good fights and also an opportunity for casual fans to possibly become hardcore fans. You know what I mean? More eyes on the sport means it's a plus for boxing. Main Boxing Biker says, I'm not sure if Jermell can beat Hurd or J Rock. They might KO Jermell Charlo. I know he ain't beating. I know he ain't beating Hurd, and I know if Hurd is on top of his game, I know he gonna win his rematch. You know what I mean? I got faith in him like that. Not because he from my city. I just got faith in Slim. You know what I mean? Main Boxing Biker says Tony didn't eat his cornflakes. LOL. Boy, gas tank was running low, low fast. Well, I'm not even gonna say so much about the gas tank. I'm just gonna say he got caught with a perfect punch that turned the fight around. You know what I mean? And that's because he was showboating. He was not taking this guy seriously and didn't finish the fight. He took the guy seriously for 10 and a half for 11 rounds. You know what I mean? But then he started showboating, had his hands down, and he got caught, man. Tony Harrison, this is the third time in 3 fights, man. I can understand if, look, I'd rather lose 3 fights getting dog walk, get a thorough beating, than come back and have to regret that I was up on 3 of the fights that I've lost on my resume. And I lost because of, you know, the first 2 fights was definitely stamina. Today, I got to give it to him, to Charlo landing the perfect punch at the perfect time, you know what I mean? Main Boxing Biker says 154 is sneaky becoming a beast division. It's been a monster division for a while. Like my man Scorsese say, big up to Scorsese wherever you at, you know what I mean? Low place. He used to call it the Negro Leagues, you know what I mean? You check it, you know, this was a division where it's mostly black fighters, you know what I'm saying? Jaime Munguia was a fake champ, you know what I'm saying? That's why he moved out the division. Bigger and better fish to fry 160. I ain't mad at him, you know what I mean? So Tony Harrison loses 11th round stoppage. He was winning this fight easily, but that's boxing. You could be up 50 points, and all it takes is one Hail Mary knockout or knockdown to change the fight. Big ups to everybody who came in this piece. Main Boxing Biker, I like to read unbiased heavyweight rankings and news. Space City TV, Set Shot. Todd French 600. CMD Boxing Report, Anthony Purvis. What's up with you? Big ups to everybody who came through, man. It's a wrap, man. I'm done for the day, man. Very good fights today, but I'm upset at how Tony Harrison finished this fight, man. I don't like the way this man finished this fight. And I'm gone. Leave your thoughts and comments. If you're new to the channel, please share and subscribe. Peace.